Now it is my true honor to introduce our next performers. Our next performers are two gifted artists who bring both heart and rhythm to the stage. They each have inspiring stories and deep connections to their instruments. Let's get to know them a little before we enjoy their performance. Zavash Shadmeh is an accomplished Iranian musician, yes, and santur player, known for his deep dedication to Persian classical music. Born in 1979 in Tehran into a distinguished artistic family, he was immersed in music from an early age. He began formal studies in music theory and traditional Persian repertoire under the renowned master Ardavan Kamkar. Over the years, Zavash expanded his expertise, mastering several instruments, including the santur, sitar, piano, guitar, and drums. His passion for music led him on tours across Europe, performing in Italy, France, Germany, England, and Netherlands, and finally in 2012 he relocated to the United States, making Virginia his home. Zavash is recognized as one of the influential young voices in traditional and instrumental Persian music in greater Washington, D.C. area. He has performed at numerous esteemed venues and cultural events, including Johns Hopkins University, the University of Maryland, the Association of the Friends of Persian Culture in Chicago, George Mason University, and the Washington Folk Festival, among many others. And also, our next performer, Mojgan Charhi, has had a lifelong love for rhythm and percussion. From a very young age, she was drawn to the sound and spirit of drums. But growing up in Iran, where music is not valued or encouraged by the government, she was unable to pursue her passion. After moving to the United States, Mojgan rekindled her dream of making music, purchasing a daf and tombak with hopes to learn. Though delayed by hand injuries, her passion was reignited years later at a concert here in this Baha'i Center, where she met the tombak player who became her teacher. Since then, she has trained with professional percussionists, mastered both instruments, and performed widely, often alongside Zavash and his group. Today, we are honored to welcome both of them to the Race Amity Music and Art Festival, where they share not only their talents, but also their story of perseverance, renewal, and the unifying power of music. Please join me in welcoming Zavash and Mojgan.
Wow. Thank you again to Zavash and Mojgan. Let's give them a hand. That was breathtaking. That was absolutely incredible. We all enjoyed that.